Hello everyone, Cricket and Corky's Clubhouse here, featuring not really unboxing, because clearly this doll has already been unboxed, but I am going to do a new kind of video where I edit a journey of when I first get something through the restoration and finished product. So this is the Giggles doll from Ideal, and she's not very tall. She's a small little thing. But she looks like the Ideal Big Betty that I got and fixed the talking voice box for a while back. So I thought, I get the smaller version. but Giggles is very popular in the doll community, and basically you push her arms together and she's supposed to shake and giggle, and then her head turns like Big Betty and you see her eyes move. But of course the giggle box is long deteriorated, so now she just shakes. So I'm going to try to fix her, and I have to give a shout out again to Stevie Aaron, because he is king of all things restoration on YouTube, at least for me. But he did a whole video on how to repair and restore one of these Giggle dolls, and apparently use a balloon. So the balloons came in today, and I'm going to work on that. But also, you see I haven't cleaned her at all, so she is quite frizzy and dirty, and yeah, we're going to see what we can do with her. So I'm going to walk through the process, and hopefully we'll have a fun video at the end. All right, on to step 2. I got to take her apart. All right, got the screws out, and this is what she looks like open. Very simple. I love simple. So the legs just come right off. And then this part here is what makes her shake. So it's like a metal weight, heavy weight, and it's on like a rod. And that little gizmo down there is the giggle box. So basically, just like with Jill and all the others, their armbands have deteriorated over the decades. This is like a rubber piece of seal that goes over the top, and that's what makes her giggle. So that's where this comes in, is I have to take this part off, and basically I'm just replacing that rubber with this rubber. So she'll giggle again one day. And then the only really gears that are inside her is this part here. This is when you push her arms together, so it makes the little metal thing here shake and makes the whole giggle thing happen. So hopefully I can get this in and out pretty easy. And then I think her head is just attached to the top of that. So that's good, because now, oh yeah, and look, we were talking about Big Betty. This is literally the same mechanism Big Betty has. It's cool. But yeah, now that her head's detached, I can probably clean her hair a lot easier. I'm going to do the same approach I always do. I'm going to start with Dawn dish soap, get the dust and grime out, and then I'll do a little quick shampoo, and then I'll do a conditioner and comb out. We'll see if she needs a boil wash or not, but I have to research what kind of hair she has. I don't know if it's synthetic or saran. I'm guessing from the time frame and the company it's saran, but I just want to make sure, because when you put boiling water on things, you need to make sure you know what kind of plastic you're dealing with. But yeah, all right, so she's apart, easy peasy. You can see some of the residue from the deteriorated piece of rubber there. So first thing I'm going to do before I even bother with that is I need to clean her. And I waited to do that because it's much easier to clean this part than trying to do it all together. So I'm going to go through and clean each one of her parts, and then I can work on the restoration part. I'll save the head to last because that'll take the longest to do. All right, moving on. Quick update. I have taken Giggles apart, and here's just her head hanging out. I'm going to clean that later. But there is the inside. Yes, I spilled some of my goop. So I clean all of my dolls with this. Like, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I fully believe in goop hand cleaner. So they use it in garages and stuff to clean like grease off your hands. So I usually coat everything very generously in goop, and then let it set for a while. It starts off white like that, but eventually kind of turns clear. and glossy, and this one I know it's ready to wipe down. And then I use a magic eraser and a little scrub brush to get into like between the fingers and whatnot where I can't get. But so you notice now there's two sets of arms. There's also, hi kitty, there's two heads. And that is because I got a second Giggles. And I did that. I don't always have the opportunity, but if I get something new and I'm able to get a second one for a really good price, I go ahead and do that, because then I don't have as much pressure taking something apart if I have a second one, because then I'm like, all right, well, I'll take the one that maybe doesn't look the best out of the two, and I can open it, and then if something just happens to happen, breaks or whatever, or something, I have a backup. So it just makes me feel better, and then I get to repair two at one time. So, but that's the inside. So those are her hands, and this little spring mechanism that goes in between. And then I've already taken off the little hammers. This is what makes it wiggle. And this is the part that I'm repairing. This is the little squeaker box. So this one I haven't taken off yet. So this is the original little rubber piece that goes over it. And that's what I'm gonna be replacing with the balloon. Funny enough, this one's actually still stretchy. I mean, it's I could rip it probably, but it's actually still rubbery, versus this one, which I've already taken out. It was just completely brittle. It was almost like if you've ever had dry seaweed, like kelp or something. It was just completely brittle and thin. But yeah, so I already took that one off, and this is the little cap that goes on top, and then this is the little piece on the inside. So basically, the balloon will go over that. That's the little squeaker box, see the little thing down there. It's like almost like a crier, one of the old dolls. The balloon goes over that, and then this little guy gets pushed, and it just pushes a little bit of air, and it makes it make the noise. So should be an easy fix. It's just I'm trying to get everything clean first. That way I don't have to worry about it after I put her back together. So sorry for the mess. I don't like wasting that, but I will put it on. I haven't even started with this one, so that's why I'm cleaning two at once now. But I already have legs and different pieces over there washed. So, all right, we'll be back after we get done cleaning all this. All right, so I've moved on to the next step. I'm still washing parts because it takes a little while. All I have left is the heads though, so everything else is clean. But I went ahead and moved into doing the squeaker box to get the voice back. So I just bought some 12-inch balloons, just regular little balloons off of the dollar store, Amazon, wherever. And you take them, you cut the tip off, or like half of the balloon, and then that goes over this piece. So you just stuff that piece into the balloon shell and make it real nice and tight. You can pull the balloon back as far as you can, and then literally that just presses back onto the casing. That's all there is to it. You just got to remember to put this little guy back in there, obviously. So I take this, put the cap back on there, and put the balloon in there, and then that's it. Yes, that is the noise. That is apparently supposed to be a giggle. But basically the balloon just takes over what was there before, and that little bit of air is pressing on that little knob in there and making the noise. So that should be it. I'm going to trim that down just because as the years pass on, that's going to shrivel up. So I trim some of it off there. And that's it. So now I just have to get the heads cleaned and do the hair. That's going to take a while. And then the last step, of course, is to put everything back together. So pretty easy peasy for sure. So hopefully the next time we'll check out the head. I'm going to go ahead and clean those with goop and watch for the eyes because I don't like to get things down in there. And then figure out how I want to do her hair. Okay, so it's been a day. Everything is cleaned. I put everything back in. So you see the screw goes in here and the plate goes in between. These were covered in rust, so I cleaned all of those, got all the rust off. Put everything back together. See the spring goes in, that pin goes through there. And now I've just got the heads to put on, and that's what took the longest. I had to clean them and then wash them. Something very interesting happened though, is they looked identical before I washed them, and then after I dried them, their hair came out different. So you see I already put this one back together, so she is good. And this is her hair now that has been washed. It's clean, it's so soft and silky. And then I also have the second one. If you notice, her hair is way more blonde. Very interesting. Still like very soft, very silky, but like, you can't really tell. But yeah, there you go. They're like very different, platinum blonde almost. But anyway, now I have to put her head in, and I definitely cannot do that with the phone in my hand. It was very challenging. This is actually the hardest thing I've done on here. But basically, see that piece? It has to go on that bar, but it also has to go in a groove there. So it's very hard to get it all in place and then to get the back part on. So with the back part, see there's a groove, so that little slit has to go down in between those just perfectly. So it's not easy at all. I would definitely say the more challenging part of this entire process. Still not impossible, but not easy. Putting the balloon on is easier than this. But I will be back once I get the head back on. Just to edit here to show you that I got this in place. I'm having to hold everything, but you see it's down in the groove, so now I have to try to put that groove into these without letting go, because if I let go of this piece with my finger, the whole head flips off. Good times. Alright, got the head back on. Notice it's backwards. It's just easier to get the hair out of the way. And her head spins around completely. So, but now I'm going to put the screws in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down there, and then flip her head around, and she should be good to go. A lot of them have this little damage, there's a little chip missing right there, because it's very thin plastic that goes around, and there's nothing protecting it, so her head just goes back and forth and hits it. But as soon as I'm done, I'll get them dressed, and then we will see what they look like in their final product. All right, and we're finally done. So thanks for joining this experience with me. So I have the two Giggles. Again, as you saw, their hair was different, which is interesting to me. I did some research, and it looks like that's kind of just how they are. There's just various shades. So interesting. And they're also hand cut at the factory back then, so they have different lengths. So the one on the left is what she's supposed to be wearing. So it's the little hot pink outfit with the little sandals. She also has a green and orange outfit as well, which I do not have. Here is, because I don't know what I ended up doing with the other box. Oh wait, here it is. So here is her original box. She's very small, but yeah, there she is on the front wearing that same little outfit. Who makes little girls giggle? Giggles, the happiest doll in the world. Not a lot to it. She was made by Ideal. So it's 1967, Ideal Toy Corporation. When Giggles giggles, everybody giggles. Hey. Yeah, it's a funny little box. I don't know why those girls are hiding out in the grass. It's interesting. But I was about to show you, I've never done a box restoration, but literally the box came in pieces. Like it's just, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like tape the box back together. All the sides are here. It's just completely in shambles. But the inside's still good, and I guess that's what matters the most. So the inside's cute. It's got Giggles written all over it and stuff. So anyway, back to the dolls. So to the left is her original outfit. To the right is, I don't know who made it or what it was made for. I haven't got a chance to research yet. But basically, one of my Giggles had the original outfit. The other one, that one that had the original outfit came with a bunch of other clothes. Like, I guess the kid probably dressed her up and played with her. And there was a couple of really cute ones. There was a little Girl Scout uniform, which was neat. But I really liked this little pleated skirt, and I'm not sure what went together, but I found a little nautical shirt here, and it came with this little like sailor little cap. So I put that on her, and then I don't even know where I got these, but I found these little white shoes that are like the exact size. So here she is in just a temporary outfit until I can locate her other original one. I'm actually washing a different top though, because I'm not sure if I like the hat on her. Leave in the comments which outfit you like better, or do you like them both? So let me know. But yeah, I have a white shirt with red polka dots. I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna lose the hat. But I love the pleated skirt. Like even after I washed it and I put it in White Bright and got it super white, it still creased really well. I didn't have to iron it at all. But anyway, now for the big moment of the whole point of Giggles is I restored them, and I'm going to try to, I don't know how to do it and not block the camera, but we're going to try here. So see, open her arms and she moves, and here she wasn't going hard enough. So when you pull her arms in and out, she just kind of giggles, and that's just what she does. She shakes too. I was probably not picking that up on camera, but she has like a little vibration to her. And all that is that little anvil inside. There's a little, that mechanism pulls it back, and then once it hits back, the anvil goes back and forth. So it makes it kind of vibrate a little bit. And then obviously the little balloon makes her giggle. So here is the actual outfit. So her little eyes go left and right. So she's kind of like Betty Big Girl. Definitely cute. This one, I'm not sure. She gets a little hung up every once in a while. See, you hear that little clunk noise? So I might at some point open her back up. But I've literally spent the entire day, really 2 days, working on both of these. I've never done two of something at one time, but I was like, well, I'm doing it. I might as well just keep doing it. So I went ahead and did both. So get her back there. Also, I don't think I'll be featuring on this channel because they're not as interesting, but I have started collecting Barbies. That's what's going on back there. I'm literally completely green. I don't know anything about Barbie. I'm buying books. I'm trying to research and stuff. Did anyone see the movie? What did you think of the movie? I'd love to know if you're listening, and put that in the comments about the Barbie movie. I've never owned Barbies before, so it's kind of uncharted territory. It's like I'm getting from like giant dolls to smaller dolls. So, but he doesn't have any pants yet. But this is my favorite. If you watch the movie, this is Alan. So I think he's even in the camera. Oh, don't fall over. You were not cheap. So this is Alan. He was in the movie. He was my favorite character. I like it in a world of perfect tens. There's only one Alan. And he was, this is about Giggles, and I'm going on about Mattel dolls now. But anyway, there was only a few of him made, and they discontinued him. So he was very hard to track down. But he kind of started this whole thing. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But those are Giggles. I don't really need more than two because I just need to find her other outfit, the green one. I don't have a picture of it right now. Once I find that, then they'll be good to go. And then, well, I got to find her shoes too. That could be problematic, right? Who knows? Maybe I'll end up getting a third one just to get the outfit and the shoes, and then this one will have to go up on eBay. But that is Ideal Giggles. And that was the whole process. So thanks for literally going from the beginning when they were dirty and broken all the way to the end. I wish all things could be just 2 days worth of work. But thanks so much again for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Again, leave comments about whatever. I like to answer and talk to you guys. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye, Giggles.